because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Probably.
Like that intro, took me long enough to make, like literally hours to make, so you better enjoy it. What's up everybody, Demon back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla King of the Monsters discussion video. This one's not necessarily going to be a news update. We will be talking about the Rodan, the leaks, but we won't be covering anything that new in this video. Basically, I'm just gonna try and debunk these claims that you guys have been sending me about how the Rodan leaks are real to the best of my ability, or at least having an open discussion about it, because I've seen a lot of your guys' feedback and I want to respond to it, so I'm making a video responding to it. Also, you're going to notice this video is probably pretty different in tone from the last video, and well, that's at least if you're coming from the last video. If you've been on the channel for a while, you'll know. I'm not like that in every video, but I certainly got a fair amount of criticism regarding that last video from people who just didn't quite understand it, didn't quite understand what I was doing. I kept seeing over and over and over again how entitled I was acting. But it's like, if you watch the video, the full thing, before you criticize it, you'll see that it basically starts pretty high level, and then it just gets insane by the end, and then I finally bring it down during the Kaijiverse Cancer plug. So a lot of people didn't really understand that I was just trying to make it entertaining, so my bad. I probably should have done a better job explaining that. But for this one, we are going to try and break down these responses that I've seen. We'll try and break them down and respond to them very logically. This is something that I've seen over and over and over again. And by the way, those quotes from the montage at the start, those are all real quotes from YouTube comments and DMs that people have been sending me. I've seen it over and over and over again at this point, that the pictures of Rodan came out in 2017. The concept art of Rodan came out in 2017. The thing about this is there's so little genuine evidence to support this. Some people have been sending me screenshots that show a date in 2017, like September 2017 or something like that, where these pictures come from. So a lot of people are using that as evidence that, look, these concept arts have been around for a while now. The maquette comes out, and you can see from the maquette that it looks similar to the concept art. That must mean it's true. To that, I can say two things. The date can easily be faked. In fact, I could go back and fake it right now to make it look like it came from 1869. The screenshot came from 1869. I'm just saying, it can very easily be faked. You can go back and put whatever date you want right there. Also, that doesn't really mean anything, because as I've tried to point out to the people that have been saying this to me, the model of Rodan that we got, that we got, it has no context to it. There is nothing to place it in our history, It could have come from anywhere. This could be from back in 2012. Like, we have no idea what the context of this is. What if that sculpt, that isn't Rodan? What if that's a Muto concept design? Obviously, that's probably not true. I'm just trying to say a radical example here, but the point I'm trying to make is there's no context to the picture. Yes, it came out yesterday or 2 days ago or whenever it came out, but no, there was nothing to suggest that it was from that day when the picture was taken. Also, even if the picture was taken on that day and the art did come out back in 2017, it could just be a coincidence. That seems like a bit of a big coincidence, but it could be. Or a more likely scenario is that these were both made by the same Godzilla fan. Just a Godzilla fan made them both, drew the pictures, made the sculpt, and then just claimed that it was all official. That's a possibility as well. So don't read too much into a date, because the dates don't matter. Moving on from that, one thing that people have been saying in arguments with one another about why this doesn't look like an official concept art. To that I say, it's because it's not an official concept art. An official concept art looks very professionalized. This looks like a little kid drew it. Now, that sounds a little harsh, but it's true. This is such a rough sketch, it doesn't mean anything. The argument that a lot of people have been making as to why it looks as crude as it does is because this concept art was drawn by a professional, but it's not art. It's just a concept sketch. For those of you who don't know what concept sketches are, they look a lot more professional than this Rodan we saw as well. I'm showing you guys concept sketches from Godzilla 1954. They don't look like just the very most basic, bland version of this possible. Concept sketch designers and concept artists, they do their best to add as much detail as possible to make the behind the scenes process as easy as possible. To which a lot of people will respond, well, the reason it looks so crude is because it's just a work in progress. It's not the final design. You have to understand that. It's not the final design. Well, in that case, if it is Rodan and this isn't the final design, why should we even care at all? Because this doesn't mean anything until the Blu-ray comes out and we can see the behind the scenes, you know? If you're gonna try and claim that this is Rodan's design leaked, you at least want it to be the actual Rodan from the movie, not some concept art that was around back in 2012 or something. But a lot of people will argue, no, the maquette was made, meaning that this was the approved official final design. Maquettes aren't made unless the design is finished.
Are you sure about that?
That's just simply not true. Go back to Godzilla 1954. There were loads of maquettes made for loads of different Godzilla designs that never wound up on screen. Also, this goes back to the argument I made last video. If this is the maquette, the official maquette that Michael Dougherty got months and months ago, last year, why does it look the way it does? He would have gotten a finished design, as I pointed out with Gareth Edwards. Gareth Edwards got all the Godzilla maquettes and they were finished sculpts. They didn't look like this one. This one doesn't look finished. He's not going to get an unfinished thing and then hang on to it for, you know, a year. Then some people are saying, no, it's official because they're going to paint it for SDCC. Again, I ask, where's your source on that? It looks like you're just looking at the picture and then making the rest up about it. A lot of people are saying that, no, D-Man, you're just going to have to wait until SDCC and see it, then you'll see that we're right and you're wrong. To that I say, all right, I'm fine waiting till SDCC to see if it's real or not. You know, I said last video, if it's real, then so what? It's real. But I'm not going to go around claiming that it's real when there's no evidence to suggest that it is, like a lot of people are doing. And then there are some people, and I don't know why I thought of this now, but I want to respond to this as well. There are a lot of people who got really mad at me and said, oh, I can't believe you're so hateful against this Rodan design. You're such a little brat. Well, am I not allowed to have an opinion? Am I not allowed to say that I don't like the Rodan design? I don't like the wings. I said the face looks cool and the back looks alright. I don't like the wings. Am I not allowed to have that opinion? A lot of people say, hey, D-Man, if this really was like a pteranodon or whatever you guys keep saying, I'm not big into dinosaurs anymore, so I can't remember their names perfectly, but if this is a pterodactyl-esque creature, this is the full evolution of him. He would have wings like this because, you know, pterodactyls turn into birds through evolution, and then birds look at how they look now. And that doesn't matter because Rodan comes from a time before pterodactyls, all right? He comes from a time before the dinosaurs. So he should have even less evolved wings than those guys. I mean, look at Godzilla. Godzilla shouldn't look like a T-Rex because he's been around before T-Rexes. These monsters in the Monsterverse, they came from a time when the world was filled with nuclear radiation. So they just fed off of it. They feasted upon it. And over time, they went dormant. They had to go hibernate because the nuclear radiation on the surface subsided. And then the dinosaurs came about, and eventually humanity came about. Where did the monsters go, you may ask? Well, if you want some spoilers, slight spoilers, Rodan went to a volcano where he has been waiting. Monarch found him in the 90s, and he's going to erupt. I think they found him in the 90s. They found him eventually, and he's going to erupt in 2019. Godzilla went to the bottom of the ocean, waited his time out until the Mutos started calling each other in the 90s, and then, well, I guess 99, I think, and then eventually, you know, when the Muto finally hatches and the female Muto finally erupts, or whatever she came from, we don't really find out what exactly happened with her, but when she grows into the full-grown female Muto, then Godzilla notices what's up. He comes on land in 2014 to handle the problem. So no, Rodan shouldn't look like a bird because he's been around way before birds. And I am allowed to not like the design. I think the Final Wars Rodan is awesome, and I think the original 1956 Rodan is even better. Those are my two favorite designs of Rodan, And so, yeah, I'm gonna want Rodan to look something like those guys. I'm not gonna want him to look radically different. Godzilla looks like Godzilla in this legendary universe. Rodan should look like Rodan. He shouldn't look like a bird, you know? You can get mad at me about that I don't like the design. I guess you're entitled to your opinion that I shouldn't have an opinion, but that is just not thinking the situation through logically. Responding to another comment, which I've already sort of responded to, everyone's saying, these are official, just wait till SDCC and you'll see. To that I say, oh, you mean the Mothra? Oh, this Mothra. You think this Mothra is official, right? That's what you're telling me. What about Kong Skull Island? You know, we already know officially what these monsters are gonna look like. What about Kong Skull Island? And what about SDCC last year? Monarch released the picture of the Temple of the Moth where we saw Mothra's finalized design. If anyone's wondering what Mothra is gonna look like in this movie, she's gonna look just like this, but colorized. That's all there is to it, because this is Mothra's official canon design for the Godzilla Monsterverse. And then if you want to say, well, we don't know what Rodan looks like, well, sure we do. He looks generally like this, and Ghidorah looks generally like this. He stands upright on two legs with big, huge wings. He looks like the Showa Ghidorah. Now, if they want to tweak that and say he's only on 2 feet some of the time and he crawls around on his wings the rest of the time, that's an open change that doesn't break continuity. But you can't just say these are the official designs, because that goes against everything we already know up to this point that's been officially confirmed. G-Man, that rant that you just did sounds entitled. No, it just sounds like I'm trying to make a point, that's all. This one's a common thing that I've been hearing too. Basically, it's like, my friend's brother's girlfriend's sister is dating a guy who works for the art department of Godzilla 2. He showed them that these were all official leaks. No, that's not the case. Like I said, they wouldn't have these monsters in the movies look nothing like the monsters from the previous canon releases of these designs. And also, this picture of Mothra, and this is not just one person who's been saying this lately, this picture of the Mothra toy, it looks like a Mothra toy anyways. It's not even Mothra. It's from an app or a video game, one of the two, called War of the Titans. Thank you to Godzilla154 for sending me 2 links that you guys can go check out in the description below. If you want to go check out War of the Titans, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, you can just go look at it just to see that this Mothra thing comes from there and it's not from Godzilla. And that should be all the proof I need to debunk that. And then some people have been saying, someone posted a video of the Rodan model and Legendary, get this, asked them to take it down. Legendary wouldn't do that if this wasn't official. Wrong. Legendary won't do that at all. Take it from me, because I know. I run into this problem a fair amount. You guys can see the screenshots here. Toho has given me 2 copyright strikes and blocked 3 videos of mine from the public. These videos violated their copyright grounds. One of the videos got taken down specifically because it showed leaked footage of the Godzilla animatronic used for Shin Godzilla. Warner Brothers has blocked 2 of my Kong Skull Island videos from the public. Now, some people may say, well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything because it was Legendary who asked the person to take it down, not Warner Bros. So Godzilla 2 is still clear, right? Wrong. Wrong. That's wrong. Legendary themselves, not Warner Brothers, Legendary has taken down one of my Godzilla 2 videos for covering some leaks in which I showed off the Temple of the Moth. The official Temple of the Moth leaked months ago, the set for it anyways, and I showed it off in a video that Legendary stepped in and took down, blocked it from the public. You can see a censored version of this video still on my channel today. Legendary takes videos down that show off official leaks. They do not take down videos that cover fake leaks. My previous video, still up on the channel, isn't it? It's because it's a fake leak. They wouldn't let this one slide either. You'd think, no, the other one's a set, so, you know, it makes sense because maybe you can get some plot details from it, which you can't, but you maybe you can get something from it because it's the set. No, that's not the case. I'll tell you why. Because we are a week out from SDCC, where Rodan is, according to a lot of people, supposedly going to be revealed, right? So if they're gonna reveal this maquette at SDCC in 1 week, they are not going to let it leak online now and let it spread like it has. They're not going to let it spread to the extent to where I can make 2 videos on it trying to debunk other people's claims. They're just simply not going to let that happen. They are going to strike down everyone because that's what they did with the Temple of the Moth. They take videos down that have actual leaks in it. They don't take videos down that have fake leaks in it, and most importantly, they don't ask permission. Whoever said, oh, they told me to take my video down and that's why you can't find it anymore. That person is lying to you. You are being lied to. They just don't do it. They don't ask permission. They just go for it. Then there is the comment that I've seen a lot. People from the test screenings have proven these are real. No, they haven't.
Wrong.
All right, they haven't. The test screenings for Godzilla 2 don't feature the monster's finalized designs in the CGI. The CGI is hardly actually presented to the audience in the test screenings at all, other than very few shots, such as Godzilla firing his atomic breath into the sky. That one comes from a reliable source. Well, you gotta prove your sources are reliable. This is Mr. H Reviews, who's that source. He's getting his information from a reliable source. And this, I hope you can trust, because I made a video where I was all skeptical, saying I don't believe it. But now I'm coming out saying I very much believe what he's saying is more than likely true. Not necessarily 100%, but more than likely what he is saying from his source is probably reliable. Ghidorah was not seen in the test screenings at all, and the other monsters are only seen in very rough stages of CGI, and that includes, Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla. So you could say, well, maybe the rough design looks just like this maquette. Gotcha. Well, just because someone tells you that they've seen the movie doesn't mean they've actually seen the movie. It doesn't make it true, okay? The people I'm talking to, who a lot of you guys say, you gotta prove your sources are real. The people I'm talking to, they didn't see a test screening for Godzilla 2. They work behind the scenes on the movie. They're the crew for the movie, and I will prove that they're real in a future video, one that I specifically focus on the information that I'm getting from them. I'm not gonna go show off this unrelated stuff in these videos just to say, I hope you believe me. I'm gonna wait because it's more interesting to focus on its own video. And there's a big difference in reliability from the crew to someone who claims to have seen a test screening. That's a fact. I don't know what else to say about that. What I'm going to do, and what I think we should all do, is just wait until the official reveal at SDCC next week. We can wait 1 week, right? We can wait 1 week before, claiming that we know everything. Just wait for the official ad campaign to kick off. If Rodan isn't shown off in the SDCC trailer, which my prediction is that he won't be, just give it a little bit, all right? We can wait more. The next trailer that comes out, if he's still not in it, the next trailer that comes out, if he's still not in it, he'll probably be in the final trailer for sure, and then the movie will come out. If Kong Skull Island's ad campaign is any indication, they're gonna spoil the whole movie before it even comes out. So we can probably expect to see Rodan around the time that trailers 1 through 3 come out. And even then, just wait till the movie, right? Because they can still change things. And you know what? If this does wind up being Rodan's official design, who cares? I can live with it. I'm just not going to go around pretending that it's confirmed or saying that it's true, and I'm not going to go around making myself an unreliable source. That sounds like I'm really harsh against you guys, and I do apologize for that. I'm just trying to be honest, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't intend to lie to you guys. The false news that I've covered in the past, such as the fake Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle release date, I've come out right away once that was confirmed to be fake, and I've apologized for it. I've said, you know what, I was wrong, my bad, we'll wait for the official announcement, I'm not gonna sit here and try and feed you guys fake news and hope that you guys, respond well to it. I'm not gonna do that, because ultimately the only reason you would do that is just to try and rake views from people, and I really don't care about that, I've said it from the start. I really don't care about that. I make these videos mostly for me, so. Sorry if it seems like I'm being really harsh. I'm just trying to be very to the point. And also, you guys didn't like it when I tried to be funny in the last video, so. Well, some of you guys liked it, so. You're not gonna get rid of my sarcastic sense of humor on this channel anytime soon. Get used to it. Really quickly before we wrap up here, guys, I want to support Kaiju vs. Cancer. If you don't know what Kaiju vs. Cancer is, it's a cancer charity started by kaiju fans for the purpose of raising money for cancer research. All proceeds go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. If you want to make a donation or support the charity, all you got to do is buy a shirt such as this one. This shirt's no longer on sale. This is the Destroy All Cancer shirt, done in the style of the Destroy All Monsters VHS. But we do have a new shirt on sale, which is the Rampage Against Cancer, done in the style of the Rampage Japanese poster. You guys can get that using the link down below, and then you can donate any random amount you want on that same link. That you don't have to donate anything either. There are also, I know G-Fest is like coming to an end here, and by the time this video comes out, it might even be over. But if it's not over and you're still at G-Fest, there are Kaiju vs. Cancer posters being sold at G-Fest at Denny and Roth's booth. There are 3 posters for sale. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Let me know your revised thoughts on this Rodan thing. If you think 100% it's real, let me know why. Give me some more evidence. Give me some more hard facts to go off of, and maybe you can convince me. But ultimately, you're probably not going to, because even if I'm convinced, I'm still just going to wait till the official design comes out whenever it comes out in order to finally be satisfied. It's not to say, though, that you can't sway me into thinking that this is real. You can if you give me some real evidence. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. D-Man, out.